Ladies and gentlemen, Slimit here, and today we are going to be talking about this video that Gibby Gaming released. Apparently he does not like XDefiant. XDefiant, the COD killer, is garbage. Full review, we're going to be reacting to this. Stick around and let's check it out.
Wait, what the? What?
I have noticed the sun's very bright in this game.
Are the sun rays in front of the tree? What? As if it's a PNG? I think it's a PNG. Look at this. Dude, that is it's a PNG.
Now, be honest, how many of us are actually looking up at the sky during the game? Not a big deal.
No. XDefiant is not the COD killer, and it's not good at all. And I will tell you why it's not good. I see a lot of people hyping this game up a lot. They're saying no skill-based matchmaking. That is its #1 selling point. No skill-based matchmaking. So I'm here to ask you, because I've made a video about this when the beta came out. I talked about the game for a little bit. And I'm still asking you the same question. The same question I asked from the old video. Why is there lobby dismemberment? And why is nobody talking about it? What is the reason for lobby dismemberment? Why did Call of Duty implement lobby dismemberment? If you don't know what lobby dismemberment is, it's when you play a game, you get into a lobby, you play the game, as soon as the game is over, they kick you out of the lobby, they separate everybody, and then they put you in a whole different lobby. Now, Call of Duty was never like this before. You could stay in the lobby for hours upon hours upon hours, play with the same people and have fun with the same people.
That is true.
Over and over. Or you can just quit and not play with them and just join another game. That was your choice. But now you have no choices. You join the game, you don't stay in there, you get kicked out, and you get joined into another game. Now, why did they do that? I don't know. There's no other reason to kick a player from each other, from playing with each other, besides you trying to put them in a different skill bracket. And we figured this out with Call of Duty. The reason they had lobby dismemberment was for skill-based matchmaking. So if XDefiant doesn't have skill-based matchmaking, why does it have lobby dismemberment? You tell me. Because the only reason for lobby...
So this guy here, he's getting to it, but he's gonna say that XDefiant has skill-based matchmaking. First things first, I just want to say, if it did have skill-based matchmaking, he would be in the bottom tier of that skill-based matchmaking. You can just tell by looking at his gameplay in the background, he's not that good. So for him to say that he is in skill-based matchmaking lobby, he's probably doing bad in these games simply because he's not good. He really hasn't given the game a chance. He probably hasn't tried to learn the game. As you can see, he's not really bunny hopping. He's not jumping around. It doesn't look like his aim's that good. He probably hasn't messed with the settings. And here he is saying that the game is bad. XDefiant absolutely does not have skill-based matchmaking. Coming from a pretty good player here, XDefiant definitely does not have skill-based matchmaking. I can confirm that 110%. As far as the lobby dismemberment, I honestly don't know why they don't have that. I've seen it somewhere that they might actually be adding it in later on down the road, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure why that's in the game, but no skill-based matchmaking.
Lobby dismemberment is because there is skill-based matchmaking. Now, that's one thing about XDefiant that people are saying it's the COD killer, but yet it copied Call of Duty in that sense, right? Okay. Why is there no perks in the game?
We don't need perks.
Problem with the game. Where are the perks? There are 5 major factions, which I will go over real quick. So you have 5 major operators, and I wouldn't be surprised if
we already know,
because
we already know the factions.
Characters defend more health. They have their own little perks, which is incendiary rounds. That's it.
Exactly.
And then you have the echelons. If you played Splinter Cell, these guys are called the echelons, and they're essentially supposed to do the same thing. They get rid of your main power. They get rid of your map or UAV.
Okay, so this guy, he's pretty much trying to say that this game is copying Call of Duty, but let's not forget that with BO3 and BO4, Call of Duty pretty much copied Overwatch. So I mean that's completely invalid. Video games just take what each video game does better and they implement them. I mean, look at Apex Legends. Apex Legends was the first game to implement, respawn into their games. And now look at Fortnite. Look at Call of Duty. Brother, this isn't anything new. Video games copy each other.
Map on the top right. So that's what they do. They do the same thing as Black Ops 4. And I don't know what their little mini perk. I think it's just to hack your power up and stuff so you won't throw any grenades and stuff like that, right? Then you got the libtads, aka the libtards from Far Cry 6. If you remember that game, how bad that was. Out of all Far Cries, of course they got it from Far Cry 6, right? And these guys are essentially healers. And don't get me started on how they look, because we know where I'll get from there. So you got that. I think that's all 5 major factions.
Libtards, I like that. Libertards or whatever.
No. So what am I trying to say with this? They're not original at all. All of these are blank ripoff.
He's about to say it's a ripoff of BO3 and BO4. Let's not forget that BO3 took wall riding from Titanfall. They took their abilities from Overwatch. They were very similar. Call of Duty beforehand was never a hero shooter. And then they noticed that was becoming a little bit more popularized and they needed to change their game up a little bit to bring something new. And what did they do? They added heroes to the game. Video games do that. Video games do that all the time, brother. XDefiant isn't the first game to do it.
From other games. How can this compete against Call of Duty? Or how can it be called its own thing or have the title Call of Duty Killer when it's not doing anything new, right? So not just the major operators, there are more. What happened to the perks? What am I playing for? I got on the game. I'm looking for, I'm thinking, okay, maybe the beta restricted us. Where are the perks? I'm looking at the the major faction or major operators. And problem with operators, before I even continue, is that, well, operators have
So if they added perks in the game, he probably would complain that they copied from COD on that area too. You don't need perks in this game. You already move very, very fast depending on which weapon you use. You have weapon attachments to change how you reload. You have factions that can, help you avoid being on the minimap. You have factions that can give you incendiary rounds. You have factions that can give you shields. You don't need perks in this game. Let's see what else he says.
Nothing. There are no team. They are just random characters just for you to be able to put something in the battle pass, which again we will mention later down. They are also annoying because you can't tell your team from the enemy team. This is a problem.
Oh, brother. Are you serious right now? Do you not see that guy outlined in red with the big red line right in front of him? You're telling me you thought that was a teammate? Come on now, son. Every single enemy in the game is outlined in red. You gotta be kidding me, son. You gotta be kidding me.
Problem with COD now, with all these operator garbage. Everybody can have the same skin in one game.
Yes, everybody can have the same skin. Okay, but the one thing that this game does, that Call of Duty doesn't, is they outline your freaking little character in red. Are you that blind? I mean, you obviously aren't that good at the game, so I kind of understand. But come on now, bro. Come on.
Have anybody or these developers ever thought that doesn't make sense? How are they going to be able to tell the difference between... I'm running around in the game and I can't tell sometimes if that's my team or if,
You gotta be blind, man. You've gotta be blind.
They don't shoot back at me. I can't tell if that's my team or they...
I've never had that issue. He's just bad. I mean, he's 10 and 10 in this game.
Your faction, their faction. So there's no, there's no confusion there.
Your team has no outline around them. No red outline. The other team has a red outline around them with a big red, name above their head. And none of these maps are very, humongous or anything like that. So you can easily tell who your team is and who your team isn't. That's just the worst freaking comment I've ever heard in my life. This guy, he's not good at the game. That's the problem.
But that's the problem with these operators. And you would think XDefiant would try something different. Nope, it did the same thing. Same thing that was copied from Overwatch by COD. Same thing that was copied from Battlefield is ported into this game.
Oh, but now it's an issue wherever XDefiant does it. Okay.
The operators have a little bit of perks, but there are no actual perks to play.
You don't need them.
There's no reason to level up. That's another problem of this game. Why am I leveling up? Is it just to unlock it?
You can unlock, he's about to say, you can unlock weapon camos, the battle pass, and also the attachments. One thing I will say, though, he's probably going to say this. I mean, it does kind of suck that there are no camo challenges per se. You know, you only have the XP challenges, which I don't mind. You know, you get rewarded for just playing the game. But that does suck. I will say that.
Weapons that I've already played with a million times. Let's talk about the weapons. Fine, you have the same old weapons: M4, MP5, M16.
Yeah,
these just normal weapons we've played with for years now.
Yeah,
you would think they'll try something different. At least, you know, like Overwatch have stuff that's different. Even though I don't want to bring Overwatch.
Overwatch is a completely different game, bro. Overwatch is a completely different game. You have weapons on there that don't even exist. Okay? Some weapons, I'm sure that some weapons do exist, but a lot of them don't exist. You know, there's only so many weapons out there in the world, and I'm sure that they added these weapons in so they could leave a lot more of the exciting stuff for future DLC and Battle Pass and all that good stuff, which they did say that there is going to be no pay to win. So all the weapons in the Battle Pass will be free. Don't forget that. And also all the maps will be free. But that's why. I mean, these are all weapons that we all know and love, but they look extremely different. They feel pretty different as well. Like the Vector looks like no Vector I've ever seen, especially like the ADSs. Same thing with the P90. The iron sights are completely different. In my opinion, the MP5 kind of sucks in this game. They're different. Some games the MP5 is very good. Some games the MP5 sucks. MP7, the iron sights look completely different. I'm gonna stop talking.
But that's what it is. Like, you know, that they have something, at least different guns. Even Apex Legend have different weapons that you can play with.
Because Apex Legends takes place 5,000 years in the future.
If we're being honest, but at least they look different. This game does not have that. M4 looks decent.
They actually do have different weapon skins that completely change how the gun looks. You know, if you want a futuristic feel, I know darn well the MP5, if you played the beta, has like a futuristic looking weapon. If you look in the store, for $10 you can get a AK-47 skin that looks like a laser shooter. A laser beam. I mean, they do have weapon skins. In the Battle Pass, they have weapon skins that significantly change how your gun looks. You know? So, I mean, yeah. That's pretty cool.
The same as every other M4. AK-47 looks the same as every other AK-47.
Actually, it doesn't. It looks very, very different.
The guns sound stupid. They don't sound like they're powerful and they're actually making an impact.
Actually, if you have used the SSR or the AK-47, them freaking things sound beefy. The SSR, especially the marksman rifle, you can hear that thing across the freaking map whenever it's shooting you. That thing sounds like a monster.
That's also has to deal with, you know, the hit marker too. That's also another problem with this game. It's a little bit off. Sometime I would shoot and the hit marker seems delayed.
The hit registration is a little messed up, but they did say they're going to fix that.
I'm not going to, because I haven't seen anybody complain about it too much, but maybe it might be me. But sometime I would shoot and the hit markers are delayed like by like a second or something.
Or it's just that you're missing, bro, because you suck.
I played with the sniper, which, mind you,
I'm sorry, but you're bad.
Don't even play with them if you're going to play this game. Terrible. But they seem pretty delayed, right?
You're just terrible, man. You know, you can't say a gun's terrible whenever you're bad. If you want to see somebody that's actually good with a sniper, that actually knows what they're doing, go watch FaZe Kitty. Brother, he is insane. FaZe Kitty is insane. This guy, I mean, if you want to hear any input on snipers, go listen to FaZe Kitty. Sniping in this game is so satisfying.
So you got all the normal weapons that we've played with for years.
I mean, look at
cool. Okay. If you're not playing for perks, or leveling?
Let's see what he does
What are you
here.
playing for? What, weapon camouflages?
He's aiming at the fan.
Call of Duty did that first. So if they brought that into the game, surely they have some cool little twist or something cool that would allow me to give me an incentive to want to grind for the camo. What is that?
He's even bad in Black Ops 2.
Silver, bronze, and gold?
Heck yeah.
From just playing with the weapon, getting the weapon to level 100, I believe it is. There's no way I'm sitting there. No thanks. I'm not sitting there and grinding a weapon, one weapon, to get to level 100 just to get gold camo. No. No thank you. Is that it? You play for a gold camouflage that Call of Duty have already been past because they have dark matter and stuff like that. So what are you playing for? Okay. Is it prestiging? No, I don't see any of that in the game either. Okay. So then what is it adding? Is it streaks? Am I going out there and dropping nukes?
No streaks.
Dropping carriers? That's one thing that was crazy good about COD. You remember dropping the VSAT or the Swarm in Black Ops 2? The Blackbird, the Dog.
Those were all great, yeah.
Hunters. And mind you, I'm naming all the old CODs because we know COD died by COD Ghost. Come on, be honest with yourself. And the Black Ops 3 was all right.
BO3 was amazing.
Right? That's when
I love
it
BO3.
truly died. Fine. Black Ops 3 was when it truly died. Right. So the RAF, I think it was called, from Black Ops 3. You got all these cool little, or little big score streak or kill streaks. What are you playing for? Is it kill streaks? No. The game has no kill streaks. No UAV. Nothing.
I'll tell you what I'm playing for. I'm playing to have fun. This freaking game is so satisfying. Maybe not for this guy because he's not that good at this game, and he's clearly not good at any other video game that he plays, which is fine, but I'm having a lot of fun. I think the game is super satisfying. Anybody else who's played the game and is probably good or has given the game a chance and have actually tried to get better at the game, how satisfying the game is and how, what it's like to actually come back to an arcade shooter that's actually an arcade shooter and is not this super trying to be realistic military sim type stuff that Call of Duty is trying to, implement into their games. I mean, and also one thing you forgot to, cover over is how colorful the maps are. Like, it doesn't, it's not boring to sit there and play the game. Simply, one of the main reason is simply because the maps look good. I mean, am I wrong or am I right? The maps look great.
Why? Because it has red dot on the mini map when you shoot? Oh my gosh, that's so new and so cool.
It's new.
I'm not playing.
It's new, all right. It's new for like the past 5 years.
Playing for a red dot on the minimap. I'm not playing for nothing. Okay, so then what am I playing the game for? What is the objective? Is it to escort a robot? Like Safeguard from Black Ops 3, if you remember that game?
I know Black Ops 3 copied that from a game. Let me know down in the comment section below. I honestly forget. But that game has been around long before Black Ops 3 implemented that. I know that for a fact.
What is the game bringing that's getting me interested to play it?
Original gameplay, classic feel.
Playing to level up and get.
I mean, it feels good. The hit markers in the game are satisfying. The what's it called? The headshot noises are satisfying. I mean, I can go on and on and on. Let's see what else he has to say.
Skins in a game that I do not give a crap about, that didn't give me any incentive to play. Now you want me to grind for Battle Pass. Okay, every other game has Battle Pass. Why do you have it? Is it because the game's free? That's the reason you brought Battle Pass?
Every game has a Battle Pass nowadays.
Infinite went through? That's the problem with Battle Pass. It takes away from the things you would unlock. Yes, you could play the game and unlock them freely. Or I can just schlep $99 and just unlock everything. Those are two different things. I don't know what that sound was, but it was from my lips. But I could just pay and I could get COD points, essentially. The game has like things, I don't know what they're called, some coins. So I could just pay for that and just unlock everything. I don't have to really do anything. What's the point of playing then? Remember when COD had prestige modes? You remember that? What am I playing for?
We are in the preseason, brother. There's still a lot of things to come. I mean, it's been 3 days since the game came out. I mean, after all, they spent this last year instead of actually releasing the game and updating it, trying to fix their servers. That's not our fault. That's Ubisoft's fault. I get that. I really don't feel like watching the rest of this video because a lot of the things that he says have really not been relevant. I mean, it's relevant to his opinion, yeah, but I mean, I really don't agree with him. But anyways, let me know down in the comment section below what you all think. I mean, do you think he's right? Do you think XDefiant has skill-based matchmaking? I can tell you for a fact it doesn't. Me personally, I've been enjoying the game. It's been a real refresher. We haven't had a arcade shooter in quite some time. But anyways, guys, please let me know down in the comment section what you think, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Like and subscribe. See you all later. Peace.